this episode, on this episode of Streamer Nation Podcast, we discuss crazy stories, heartbreaking moments, and the unbelievable that all these people be told in the next all these people be told in the next episode. But, oh my god. Bro, oh my god. All this will be told in this episode of the Studio Nations Podcast. Roll the intro with that's what it's just. That was rough. But yeah, I think that's a good concept. I thought about this when I was looking at the intro, and then I never made the intro. But I was thinking of the concept, so I sucked it. Tested it. Obviously, gotta clean it up. I'm coming off the dome. I'm coming off the dome. Once I get to like episode 102 or something like that, and I'm doing it consistently, I know it. But yeah, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Sam. Yay. So the intro, we are going to be talking crazy stories and overall just stories that happen. Basically, basically the stories that I need to tell my last picture and the stories that happened in the last month. I think so, right? It was like a month ago. Jeez. And June was supposed to be the month I was uploading the most. June or July. One of those months. Obviously, yeah, the last podcast episode. Yeah, it was a month ago. That's crazy. Yeah, that's actually crazy. And I was supposed to actually upload a lot this, at least this and next one. But yeah, it's about how this stream has been delayed by like 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Actually 2 weeks for real. Because it was supposed to come out not week before last. The week that I came back. Yeah. So, oh, we were. I had the concept because me and the guys at the summer program are actually close. And I actually had an idea for us because they know I did Twitch. If y'all seen the Twitch stream, which is also uploaded on this on the main channel in the playlist, it's unlisted. But if you go check out the Twitch stream playlist, it's on there, and you can check that out. They know I do Twitch because I stream. Hmm, there, I did a Twitch stream there, and I was going to do more if I had more time, and including a podcast episode. And I actually recorded. I think I recorded the first part of the every team's all season video, all season playing video, whatever, late June. And I actually made that video and edited that video in my dorm room. So like yeah, I actually did make content there, but that was like in the first couple of weeks before like we started like locking in onto like campus and stuff. And we had like stuff to do. So it was supposed to be I think that third week, and I had it, and it got delayed. It got delayed by like a day because I think no, it got delayed by a couple of days because I came in Sunday late. Monday we were busy. I don't know. It could have been like no, I think it might have been like no. It's the third week or fourth week. Let me see, because I remember I was supposed to stream one day and I didn't. Um, no, I think it was fourth week that I got delayed. Yeah, it was fourth week that I got delayed because I was supposed to stream that day. I was supposed to stream that day, but it was fourth week. I got Well, one of my guys got kicked out, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that thing. Kind of little not in the right mental mood. But I was supposed to do a stream, dude. I think it was, yeah, it was that day. I was supposed to do a stream, and I think though even that got delayed because the fact that I basically came in late for Sundays for like three, like the first 2 or 3 Sundays I came in late, and then this last Sunday, we'll talk about later. But I basically just came in late this week. But yeah, um, I'm not gonna say, but like yeah, basically, yeah, one of the guys got kicked out because he got caught with. I'm not gonna air it out so much, but like he got caught with his now ex room in the bathroom. They had multiple occasions where they got caught or there was rumors that stuff was going on. So like being like a second offense, the rumors that came up after he got kicked out, the girl got kicked out. From what he told me a couple weeks back, he said he was going to do camp shit for like boarding school or something like that. And he's gonna be there for the rest of the summer. It's just crazy. That's, I just realized I haven't done. I'm, I just realized I didn't have my mic on, so I've been rambling. That made no sense. I just realized that, fool. Oh my god, I'm so used to doing this without the mic because I'll either forget the mic. I forgot the mic. Like I would forget the mic. Um, I forgot the mic last week when I went up there, and then the time I did the Twitch stream, I did without the mic because I had multiple people in the room, and it was very better to do it without the mic, than just have all these people talking and you might barely hear them. So I was so used to doing it, and I just realized that I'm looking down. I look down, I see that, and I'm like, oh shit. So yeah. Back to the story. Yeah, let's start from the beginning. So basically, the stream was supposed to happen like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Like back like early July, and even then that would have been kind of late. But like early July, I was supposed to have a stream, and it got delayed to obviously today because one of the guys I knew actually got kicked out for getting caught in the all genders bathroom with a girl. I'm not gonna put too much detail, but were caught. They were caught at least 2 times, and there was rumors that multiple different actions were happening. Um, multiple different actions were happening previously that weren't caught, but there was like rumors about that. And the second time they got caught, he got caught because he was throwing up, and he let his girlfriend know that he was throwing up. So she obviously went there. They got caught. And he got kicked out. So I decided not to stream that day, and I was gonna move it to like I was really gonna move it to like a different day, maybe that next day, and then that next day we were out late, so I didn't start the stream. And like, here's the thing: our curfew was like 11. So like in this case, if I was supposed to stream like this time 2 weeks ago, it would have been I stream for an hour, and once 11 o'clock hits, I'm done. Like I either have to like be extremely quiet to the point where like I'm whispering words, or I had to like end the stream. And like obviously, yeah, an hour, that's decently long stream. I know I normally the last couple episodes I haven't been streaming past an hour. I actually know I've actually been streaming past an hour for most episodes since I've been streaming the episodes. Like most episodes
have at least an hour long, especially since I've been doing, especially since especially since like the 60th episode and last summer, like most episodes has been over an hour. Like I don't think I only have like two streams that are under 30 minutes, four streams, three streams actually, and all of them have under 30 views. And I have a lot of my biggest streams, especially during like that fall and stuff. A lot of my bigger streams had like almost were like an hour long. I even had a 2 hour long stream at one point. I think I had multiple of them. I had a 2 hour stream to start off the return, and then I almost had a 2 hour stream for Valentine's Day, which was crazy. But yeah, uh, but yeah, I didn't stream that night, so I moved it over to that next night. I think we were out late that next night too, so I decided, and then I was trying to move it to sometime during that week, and then I realized, oh, we got finals, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna move it to tomorrow," thinking, oh, I would be here on a bus because we were supposed to have an end of summer trip. I will talk about that in a minute. We were supposed to have we're on a I'm gonna be here on a bus, most likely at this time. At this time, I'm either gonna be on the bus so I could just stream on the bus. Let's start the stream off at the bus, maybe even on my phone, or I could just, or if any case scenario, I will move that pitch to like 10, like it will be like, oh, we're on the bus, we're like 10, 15 minutes away. I could just move it to like 10:30, not thinking that I will be home in my room at on this day, because I thought, oh, I was gonna be on a summer trip, I might just stream, and I was going to do a couple streams there before I go off to another program in Massachusetts. But but yeah, let me think. But yeah, let's talk about this summer program that I went to. So I went to this college preparatory program, same one I went to last year, like the same one I went to last year. So same area, same place, all that stuff. Just this year was different. Number one, most of the people that were there last year didn't show up. At least if I could, I told I could tell you this. There was like 2/3 of the students were freshmen and 1/3 were returnees. Yes, just straight up returnees. Like not, oh, juniors or seniors. No, it's literally, we didn't even have a 10th grade class. We didn't even have a 10th grade class. We had freshmen, then skipped to juniors, and then skipped to seniors. So like, yeah. So like, yeah. That's how bad hit the last year. None of the freshmen from that previous year returned, and a lot of the guys didn't return either. Um, it was me and one of the juniors who was actually my roommate. Me and my roommate, my former roommate, um, we he were actually the only returning boys out of that whole group. Only returnees. They, so I'm not gonna lie. Only returnees, and we knew that from the start. There was no other returnees. Like none of the people. I don't think I had anybody that I knew that was in my grade. Any of the boys that were in my grade. I think there was one guy, but he said he was going to graduate early. I So there wasn't anybody but the guys from that were in his grade, but went to that were in my side of the pool, which was that went to my city, they told me they weren't coming back. Like they told me they weren't probably coming back. They told me they weren't probably coming back. So like I was like, yeah, they ain't coming back. But like yeah, and then there was a couple guys that were in his grade that was from his that was from his city, and they told them that they weren't coming back. I think it was only like one or two people that were in his grade, but like they didn't but they didn't come back. And they told him they didn't come back. And they told us that they were coming back. And then the freshmen just disappeared. Like honestly, they disappeared like a motherfucker. Like on some crazy shit. Like they actually like disappeared for real. But like yeah, and then like most of them disappeared after the summer trip. But like yeah, um, so like it was different, and I thought they were going to shun me into this fucking leader role and shit. They were going to shun me into a leader role, make me have to be a leader. I was like, no, I didn't want to do that. Cause number one, I'm basically as new as I only been in this program for a year at this point. This is my second year coming into this program. So me basically, so basically, my I'm basically I only know a year worth of stuff, not 3 or 4 years worth of stuff. So I can't be like I can I can give some good advice, but I don't know about this program other than this I saw last year. And last year could have been a fluke year. Last year could have been a fluke year. So like yeah, but yeah, I thought I was gonna be that, but like no, they have other seniors and stuff they put into the roles and stuff that were actually here since they freshman year. So yeah, I like that. I I I was actually I was like, well, at least I don't have to do that shit. At least I don't have to be a leader to a bunch of freshmen. Like I can lead a small group. I can tell you that I can lead a small group. At this stage in my life, I can lead a small group. But here's the thing: I had to gain the trust of a lot of the people before I start becoming like a real leader for real. Like I'm smart and I know what the fuck I'm going to do, but I'm not going to be. And even then, there's some moments where like I would I would be a leader in moments that I need to be a leader. I would be a motivator. I might be a planner, but I'm not going to be the only motherfucking leader on the team. I wouldn't. There'll be some moments where I want to listen to your opinion. I want to see what you think, what you are, who you are as a person, and what you think. I would sometimes let you take the wheel and do a little bit of the driving while I sit there and understand what you're doing. And I'm not an initial leader. I'm not going to initially emphasize myself as the leader, even if there's a huge age difference. I will do that if it's like me and like a bunch of fourth or fifth graders where I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to fucking lead these kids. Like they're like young. Like I would put myself in situations like that. Like there'll be situations where I've been in it. I coached. I used to coach fourth and assistant coach of a fourth and fifth grade team. The team that I used to play for when I was in fourth or fifth grade. I used to be the assistant coach for that before I got all busy and stuff. But yeah, I used to do that. I used to have to be a leader. But there were some moments where but I would be more of an advice leader. I would see some things from a mom perspective and I would give my opinion. And that's what a couple of years back. And I'm still that way a little bit. I'm more willing to speak out. I'm more willing to speak out and speak in a group, but I am more of a person that will push you to where you go and guide you to where you go than actually. And like, here's the thing: it will be like I'm also kind of a harder person to like get to know, like at some points. Like like on a real thing, like getting to know me for real is kind of like a hard thing if you really think about it. Like a hard, it's not hard, but like I'm not gonna spill my whole fucking life story. I'm not. I'm not. I never do. Even the people that I know from this program, they don't know everything about me. They know my interests. They probably know maybe a little bit of my interests. Maybe some things I could be interested in. Maybe the sports I play, the sports I like, all that stuff. But they don't know like my full on straight up background. And there goes my name, Laundry. My full on straight up. This is my background. This is who I became to be. All that stuff. Y'all don't know that. They don't know that. Shit. Not even like the closest people I know probably know that. Only people that probably know who I really like how I became is me, God, and maybe my parents. And even then, there's some things that my parents don't know who about me that I bet there's some things that I don't even know about me and the reason why I do things. Honestly, there is. And I'm not that in a new group, I tend to try to be more of a I'm going to I'm going to take a backseat role. In a new group, I'm going to try to take a backseat role until I start getting comfortable. Then I start being a leader. Then I start trying to speak out more and then start trying to show a little bit of leadership here and there. Give some advice here and there. I'm not on mag. I'm going to step in there and fucking lead this group. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm going, especially if it's someone that like really knows stuff they talk about. I would respect their opinion. I would respect their opinion, and I would listen to their opinion, and I would be more not like a follower for real, because that's kind of not really not negative, but like it's more or less like, oh, you're a follower, not a leader. But like I'm more or less someone who would take a backseat to the person that emphasize themselves or show out first as a leader, and I would more or less do that until I get comfortable. Get comfortable in the group and I know the people and I know okay if I say this and that or at least I get comfortable enough to where like I'm confident enough to where I would be a leader. There's examples where where I could be a leader. In my physics group, I motivate them to try to keep on working, keep on giving a fuck. At least give a fuck about the class. At least care about the class at least enough to where you try. At least just try. At least give effort. That's what I do. That's what I do. And there's been moments where I like push my guys and stuff to actually like get work done. I will help them out, all that stuff. Like, and my physics teacher said I showed a lot of leadership qualities in those groups, and I see myself. But initially, I probably wasn't in that, and it took me. I wasn't initially in that. I've been knowing the one of the dudes I've been knowing for a year, and the other dude I've been knowing for that class period, and we were all cool and stuff. Of, but I just shown out to be more of a leader out that group as the year went on. Yeah, as the year gone on, and I would take another example. Um, in my in my upper in the summer program, our senior group, our physics teacher wasn't able to show up that day, and I'll emphasize on that whole story in a little bit. But our physics teacher wasn't able to show up that day, and we didn't have a sub, or we didn't have, and we didn't have a sub, and we didn't have a study guide. So what we did to, so what I did was I made my own practice quiz, so we can get that for our final, which was the next day. So we had that. So I made that, and then I sent that out to the group. I sent that out to the group because I was like, okay, let me send that out and let me send that out and then they have something that they could potentially study off of. Cause how I be able to do it is I like how I study, especially with math like equations. And this is how I did in Algebra 2. And physics is basically just math with it's basically formulas of math and letters, basically formulas of math, basically formulas, not similar to math, but has a lot of math qualities in there. Has a lot of math type things in there. It has the math in there. It has a lot of math in it. So I took that and I was like, oh, I like to I like to have a study guide where I actually write out stuff and do the questions here. Oh, let me let me make a quiz for this thing for this physics test so we can pass this physics test and go on this damn trip. And I did that. I sent it to the group, and that showed a little bit of potential leadership. That showed leadership. That showed me being me think number one thinking about my own grade and not just sitting on my ass and not doing shit. That shows work ethic and leadership. That showed okay. Number one, I care about my grade, but I also care about everybody else's grade. And I actually and I was and I did it. And I actually told the juniors who were in the same group, who a couple of them were in the same group chat as me and the seniors, hey, fool, make a practice quiz and send that shit out to the rest of the juniors. Do that shit. Y- And I don't know if they did it or not, but I sent that. I sent that text. And a lot of the upperclassmen, a lot of them were able to go on the trip. And and I don't know if my little practice quiz contributed to it, but if it did in any way, I'm happy. If it didn't, well, I at least gave effort and I at least tried. I at least gave effort and I tried and I did something the teacher didn't do. I beat the teacher to it, basically. I beat the teacher to it because we eventually got a study guide, but that shit, it was, we will talk about that later, but it was like unreadable. But like, yeah, but yeah. So about that leadership stuff, let's get to the first week. So first week, I actually had to arrive in on my birthday. I think I might have told that in the last podcast episode, or the podcast episode before I went there. Whatever one that was, series 76 or 70. No, it was 76. But I had to arrive there on my birthday. So I basically spent a decent chunk of my birthday number one preparing for it, but number two also number two going up there and having that. So that kind of was kind of a bummer because I had to spend my 17th birthday having to pack up and stuff and shit like that, which is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I couldn't even celebrate my 17th birthday for real. I still ain't really like I celebrated a little bit before then, but like I never really had like a party. I ain't had no party since like fucking when I was young. I barely celebrate my birthday sometimes. Like I think the only time I celebrated my birthday in the last 5 years was 2020 when I think it was like a fire like the fire department pulled up like one of them like drive by parties or something like that. Like one of them drive by parties where like they would like you would stand out there and like people you know would like make they would make a line and they would like honk at you and stuff to show like the appreciation, like like that. That was 2020. I think I did 20. What? 22? No, it was, yeah, it was 21. 21, I had like a small birthday thing during my practice. It was a small birthday thing. Like we had like cupcakes and stuff, and that was during my birthday and stuff. That was right before freshman year. But I ain't really had that much else since. Like I think 22 and 23. 23, I don't know what the fuck I did 23. I know 22 was like the day before. Was like I think one of those days, let me see. One of those days I had like I was hooping one June 16th. Um 2021, I got some stuff too. I also got some stuff as well. Yeah, 26. Um I went to church and stuff, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know what I did. Oh, I got my hair done the day before 2023. I got my hair done, and then 22, it was just normal. Not gonna lie, it was just straight normal. Like it was just a cake, I think. I don't even know what we did 2022. I'm not gonna lie. But like yeah, I ain't really celebrate my birthday that much in the last couple years. As you get older, I guess you just don't celebrate your birthday as much because you're like, oh, you're so busy and stuff like that. Just like kind of like hinders you, and like you don't forget your birthday, but like you honestly like would like not be like you would like you would like you wouldn't have time to like make this big old party unless like you have the time to do that, but like that's your like you either have the money or you have to have the time, and I'll have both. I'll have neither. Like like obviously this year I had to go away. I had to pack my stuff and go away. And like even if I tried to come in daily, I had to come in at like 5 fucking a.m. or some shit. That would be some crazy shit. But speaking of 5 a.m., so we went to this thing in Wisconsin. We went to this like this nature thing in Wisconsin the next day. So I had to wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like 4 o'clock in the I think it was like 4 o'clock in the morning or so. Oh yeah, I think I probably got me 5 hours of sleep or something like that that night. Not not any lasting. It was good. I like the little nature thing. It was good. We did a lot of teamwork and stuff, bro. We were doing like this balancing thing, and bro, I swear, to God, I couldn't balance myself. Like I was so bad with like balancing myself. Like I don't know why. And I literally was like, bro, I need to work on my core. Like I'm fucking horrid with this balance and stuff. And like literally, there was this moment because we were getting close to the end of it. Like I was literally getting like I was getting not like crushed, but like I was on the edge of like one of these boards, and like I was getting basically kind of like not pushed, not really pushed, but like the weight of like two or three people was on me, and I think I had both my calves were flaring up. Especially I think it was the left one that flared up the most. Like both calves were literally flaring up. Cause I had like my foot like halfway down. Like the arch of my foot was on the edge. So like my calves were all like were basically extended and they started flaring up. Like I was like, bro. And then like when I started working, I was like, oh my god, my calves flared up. Like I felt it on the way too. Like I felt it and I was like, oh, I was like, oh my goodness, my calves hurt. And I was like, bro, I flared up my calves, bro. Like imagine I cramped up. Imagine like I cramped up or something like that. That would have been bad. I would have been like in pain. I would have been like in actual pain because I like I would be like actually in like mean pain because I would cramp. I would imagine I cramped up. That would have been so bad, bro. Like I would have felt like I would have been like, oh my god, I almost tore my shit. like like I almost tore my shit. Like I did just feel like I was a tear. Like not tear, but like the first time I cramped up, um, I thought I was about to tear my shit. I actually thought I was so scared to tear my Achilles, bro. It was the one of the first track practices. I think I don't know if I told you this before, but I I cramped up because we were doing like 200s. We were doing a bunch of 200s and shit. It so like I and then like we did like I think it was like 100. And then we did like a couple of 100s just to like build up speed. And literally the first I think it was either one of the first ones, the first 100s after all the 200s. I forgot to bring Warrior, which sucks to suck. I forgot Warrior, and I literally off the first 100, I was sprinting. I was probably like so like, and then like I felt my calf. I felt both calves, and then I felt the right one just like really feeling. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I was scared. So I was not. I was scared. I was actually scared. I didn't want to tear my shit. Like I did not want to pull or tear my shit. Like I was actually scared. Like I was actually scared for real. Like I never felt so scared in my life. Like I had moments where I cramped up in bed, but like I was in bed. I'm like about to fall asleep. All I need to do is just not move. But like in the case of a track, I'm already moving at almost my top speed. Now I'm going from a straight to like a straight, almost like to a crawl basically. Like I'm basically hopping on one leg, like, and now I'm like scared. Because like it happens so quick. Even when I cramp up in the bed, I'll be like, Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move your leg. Don't fucking move your leg or you're going to tear your shit." Like, I'll be scared, dude. But like, yeah, I was cramped. My calf when I was getting like the weight of like 3 people was on me, it flared up. Like it flared up bad. I felt that for like 15 minutes after. I was like, oh my god, my calves hurt. My calves are on fire, bro. Like that was a mean stretch to the calves. I'm not gonna lie. Not doing that again. Definitely not. But yeah, it was good. It was overall good. Like I was thinking, oh, this program will be better than last year. I spoke way too soon. But yeah, so that night I was about to take a shower. I was about to actually go and take a shower. Alright. And I was going to take a shower, and then I would get a call because I was about to do my hair and then take a shower. I was because I think I got off with my mom. I got off f- the call with my mom, and then I went to go take a shower. And I came out the bathroom, and what I normally do before I shower is I use the bathroom because you don't want to use the bathroom while you're showering because it's a community bathroom. It makes no sense. But yeah, I come in there and I'm about to do my hair. Here, I'm about to like put the hair products on and stuff. And then oh, cause I was putting the hair products on because I got wet. Cause we were going swimming and stuff. And before we went swimming, we did like this game where it was basically duck, duck, goose, but with water. And I got soaked a bunch. The first time I got soaked, I couldn't see. Like just couldn't see. Like literally, the water got into my glasses and I couldn't see. I had to take off my glasses to actually see. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I did just walk towards the woods because I could not see. Like my face was literally, I was seeing straight water, not even like an inch of nothing. Like I got up and like, oh, I can't see. So I took off the glasses, bro. I was like, bro, what the fuck just happened to me, bro? And that's when it like sucked my hair and like me with like my unnatural curls and stuff, it completely like dried my hair for real. Like it dried up my hair. My hair was dry as a motherfucker. and it was dry like that until I got back. I think until I got redone like a couple weeks back, and that's why I almost look. That's why I have this long hair, and I almost look like a dreadhead. In some video, if some photos, like when like I take off like my stuff, like I'll show you like this. Like it's like that. For real. It's like that for. Oh my god, where do I pull up this pixel for? But like it's almost like that for real. Like it's almost like that for real. But yeah, like it's almost like that for real. But basically, like I kind of curl dread. My hair is so long, like so it's like looks like I haven't seen myself but I haven't seen my poop taking photos of myself pooping. I remember like right before like earlier season, like my hair like it would fly run. Oh, moment like my hair would like pop with like half like move in my hair, and that was like months ago. So like this would definitely like if I had like serious bro. What is going on, fool? Let me put my phone next to my thing because I'm running off the hotspot right now because we Wi-Fi got it shut off and stuff. But but like yeah, but yeah, basically, what else? What the fuck? But but what the fuck else? Yeah, we got called down for a scavenger hunt, basically, like a scavenger hunt made sense. Like we were supposed to go around the whole campus, but here's the thing: we had like 6 or 7 spots, and this campus is huge. This campus is like huge. You like it would take you at least 15, 20 minutes to walk from each end. No, it'll take you 30 minutes to walk from each end of the campus. So like each end of the campus, I can tell you that. It would take you 30 minutes, 30, 35 minutes. And we had like 40 minutes to go to these certain spots. And we had to walk it too. And we had no sort of transportation other than our damn legs. So like, obviously it's gonna be a little bit tough on the person to walk get to all these spots, which we didn't get to all these spots. We didn't. We didn't get to all the spots. I don't even know if we got to half. I don't even know if we got to half of the spots. But yeah, we're supposed to tour around the campus and stuff. I guess it made memories, especially the fact of like we would actually see like actual we would actually see like actual tour guides with like people like tour like doing actual tours in the campus. And we will see that especially when we come back for story time. We will see at least one group doing that. Cause we will walk in like that general area where they have that like where they'll have the tours and stuff. And we had last year too. You know, we had at the end of the year, even though we basically kind of knew most areas of the campus, most areas of the campus. So yeah, we had the scavenger hunt, which I guess it was cool, but you put a bunch of teenagers alone in the campus, no sort of like no like staff security or nothing. Like you decide to have the seniors, not me, obviously. You had the seniors and you had 2 seniors and 2 juniors basically lead the groups. So like yeah, that was weird. That was actually weird. And that made no sense. But that wasn't even the worst part of the night. I come I go and I go and I take my shower. I actually take my shower, which was crazy, right? I actually take my shower. I come back. I'm chilling in my room. I'm actually about to work on a video. I was actually going to work on a video and actually record. And then I get a call from my former roommate who actually called me and told me we were supposed to go down for the scavenger hunt. He called me and told me, "Hey, bro, where you at? Hey, we going to get our books." I'm like, "Bro, what?" I'm like, "Bro, what?" So I literally rushed down there. I think the only I had my phone. I think I had my phone, and that was probably it. I had my phone. That was probably it because it had my key card in it. So I grabbed my phone, and I was like, "Bro," I put my, I think I put my on my like actual shoes for real. I put my shoes and socks on, and I dipped. And I went downstairs to the lobby, thinking, "Oh, they probably just waiting for me." No, the motherfuckers left. They left. They dipped. So I had to go to a different building to get our books. I had to go to a different building alone. No sort of staff, security, none of that. In the middle of the night, not middle of the night. It was like 8 o'clock. At like 8 o'clock at night when it was like dark, with nothing other than me and my phone as protection. And then I called this dude. I'm like, "Bro, y'all fucking left me." And I was like, "Bro, y'all just tweaking." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Like, I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, "Bro, y'all left my this. Like, y'all just left my this. Y'all didn't do a count or nothing. Like, y'all didn't count how many students." And here's the thing: I was the only motherfucker. There was multiple students that actually got caught. I was the worst of them because I actually walked. I was the worst because I actually walked. And then when I got there, I had to wait to get my books. I had to wait. And I didn't just wanted to go home. I was like, "Bro, I'm done with this shit." I was like, "Bro, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm actually done with this shit. I want to go home." Like, I texted the dude who was sitting next to me. I was texting my former roommate, and I was like, "Bro, I want to go home. Fuck this shit." Like, I was like, "Bro, I want to go home." I was like, actually mad. I was like, he told me don't cause like a scene. I kept my mouth the fuck shut. I didn't even mention it until like 3 weeks later, bro. Actually, I did mention it to one of the RAs, one of the main RAs. Like, bro, I got left, and I was like, dang. And I was like, it's just early days. It's just early days. Like, I was like, bro, I was mad, bro. I was actually mad. I was like, bro, y'all got me up. Y'all just left me. And like he'd be like, "Oh, y'all left me. I'm so that I'm so important. Why did y'all leave me?" I'm like, "Bro, yeah, number one, I am important because I'm one of your students, but like also, why in the world didn't you do a single count? Like, why in the world didn't you do a count? Number two, why in the world didn't you after we came back? Why didn't you let the students? Why did like the moment we came back from the nature thing, which was probably like no, like five or something, like 5, 6 o'clock, because the scavenger hunt was at like 7, and then like I guess and then like it was around 8 when I had to go up there. When I went up there alone. Why instead of a scavenger hunt from 6 to 7, you have us get the books from 6 to 7 and have us go to bed, or maybe we have a little group activity at like 7:30 to 8 or 7:30 to 8:30 because our free time was 7:30 was 8. So instead of doing that, oh, just have a little fun, small, little quick activity at like 8:30, at like 8, at like 7:30, 7 or 7:30. Like we get like, oh, you put your book, oh, you go upstairs, put your books, and then you get your ass back downstairs. You put your books up and go your ass back downstairs. Isn't that better than say all this extra stuff? Cause multiple, and then not letting the students know, like this was all on a rush. I was actually contacted by I was contacted by my roommate twice. I wasn't told by the he's none of this was happening. No RA told me. And I think the weird thing about it is they changed my rooms before I came there. I think that's the reason why I never got a knock on my door. Number one, because I showered. I would, because I took a shower. But number two, they switched up my rooms right before I got there. So I was supposed to have a room like right by the elevator between. I think it was between two of the two other students' dorms. I had individual, and then the freshmen had all had roommates. So two freshman groups, my old room, potential old room, and then another set of freshmen. I think that's how it's supposed to go. But my room got switched to all the way in the back, like behind every single body. I was the only motherfucker who had um who had a back room, who had like a room in the back, and he only had that. Like, like I was the only person who had that, and I had a single room. I so yeah, that was but I didn't have a but yeah, so and my they'll put all the names on the things, and I only saw my name was up there like the night before, or like night, because it was the second day. It was the first full day. I saw it that night, but I didn't notice enough. Oh, it's on a different room. And by the time I saw it, I was heading to one of the freshmen's rooms. So it wasn't like I was gonna tear it over or anything and have it and forget about it. And the only time I saw it was in passing, and I wasn't thinking, "Oh shit, let me put it on the door, put on the door, on the actual door of my room." Of course, my Wi-Fi just decides to destroy itself. But but yeah, I didn't realize that. Honestly, I did not realize that that was there, and they were gonna think I was in a different room, but I wasn't. But yeah, I guess they probably knocked on the door that was supposed to be on the room door that was supposed to be there, but obviously no one was there, and they probably I don't know why they didn't like. I don't think they had access to the rooms, and they didn't like. And I guess maybe the fact that is that they didn't call anybody. They didn't. They probably didn't let somebody know to call me until literally they were either leaving or they were going to leave. And yeah, so they left me. They left me. It wasn't that far. It was only like a building over, which wasn't that far. Like the buildings were very close to each other. But like I was like, bro. I was like, bro, why, bro? Like I was like, bro, I was mad. I actually wanted to leave that night. I actually talked to my mom about it when she picked me up for when she picked me up, and like, bro, I literally was talking to her, and she was like, "Oh, let me know if it happens again, and I'll contact the director and stuff." I'm like, "Fine," but like, I was like, "It's just early days, so like, don't worry about it. Don't like stress about it too much." Especially like the fact of it is like, especially in like the fact that like, especially in like the fact that a lot of people, especially in like the fact that like it's just the first like 3 days and shit. So like yeah, that's kind of like crazy and shit. But like yeah, But like, yeah, what the fuck am I gonna say? But like, yeah, that was that was a fucking low point. I actually was mad. But yeah, we returned that week because I think that week the Thursday. I think no Wednesday because we would have it was your 17, 18. Yeah, we went home. I think that Tuesday. Yeah, we went home that Tuesday. We went home that Tuesday, then came back that Thursday. Yeah, but we took a little break because of Juneteenth and Juneteenth being a holiday. So we came back I think it was that Thursday or that Friday. No, that Thursday because it wouldn't make no sense to come back on Friday. But yeah, we came back that Thursday and yeah, I think we came back that Thursday. Yeah, that Thursday. Yeah, that Thursday. And overall, those couple of days were decent. Those couple of days were like decent and stuff. It wasn't like horribly bad. It wasn't like bad. It was just felt like normal. It felt like normal stuff. Like it just felt like it was better. It was better organized. So like that was good. So it kind of gave me a little bit of hope. But here's the thing, I had to miss that next week because I had a bunch of Zoom meetings for a real estate program I'm going to, which is the real estate program I'm going to like Sunday morning. I have to go to. So like yeah, I am having to do that and I'm having to do that and I had to go to that. So I had Zoom meetings for that stuff and there was no way I was going to coordinate anything to where I can mix both of them without literally just fucking going home. Without me just going home. Honestly. So without me just going home for that week. Unless I just got myself unless I just drove myself up every single day for 5 or 6 days on some crazy stuff. But no, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna burn no gas money on that stuff. I wasn't that crazy. But like yeah, I missed a week which came to be a very critical moment in the rest of the program. So I missed a week and I came back, some shit happened. Um couple of the girls and I don't think I talked about this. But one of the girls when we were swimming was like kind of egging me on to like splash and have fun. I'm literally because I barely be in the pool. I haven't been in the pool before. I haven't been in the pool or any sort of pool of fucking water in years since pre-pandemic. So I'm just chilling. I don't know how to fucking swim. I don't know how to swim. I honestly don't know how to swim. I was supposed to get taught, but I never got taught. So I don't know how to swim. This is a lake here. This is a huge lake. We're not swimming through the whole fucking lake, I can tell you that. But we're swimming on the edge. I'm just chilling. I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to enjoy this. I'm trying to enjoy this. I'm trying to enjoy this. I'm trying to just chill in the water. All that. Nothing too crazy. And this girl, one of the freshmen, is egging me on to to like to like splash and stuff. I'm like, no, bro, I'm cool. I'm cool. Like I'm just trying to chill. Like I'm honestly just trying to chill, enjoy the water, be in the water, chill. Our like I'm not trying to do all this extra crazy shit. Like I'm just chill. Like I'm small. I'm 5 foot. Like, I'm 5 foot soaking wet. I'm 5 foot. So like you're you're really gonna think, oh, like I'm small. Like I'm small. I'm a small human being. Why in the world should I try to do some dumb shit in the war? I don't know why. But yeah, what else I was gonna say? But yeah, but like yeah, she tried to do that, but eventually that week it was her and two other students got kicked out, which brought the total of students who got kicked out to five. Two other students got kicked out the first day before I even got up there for trying to switch rooms. But they got kicked out for I guess being disrespectful and stuff. So that's kind of sad. That's kind of crazy, right? But like, yeah, week two is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Being kicked out the first hour is crazy too. Like you packed all your shit just for not even to make it a fucking hour through. That's crazy. But like, yeah, what was I talking about? But yeah, I came back that week and it was normal. Like it was honestly normal. It was chill. It was one of them shorter weeks too. It was like one of the shorter weeks because of Fourth of July and stuff. So I came through. Fourth of July was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. We went to my city's 4th of July. We were late. We were late as hell. So we caught like the end of it. And then the actual 4th of July, which we actual 4th of July, we went to the neighboring city, which was slightly bigger and slightly more bougie and rich. They we went to their fireworks and we sat out there and I took like some videos and stuff. That was kind of cool. Like it was actually cool and stuff. Like seeing the fireworks show. Okay. Like it's always nice to see a fireworks show. Cause like seeing like the creativeness and stuff like the fireworks is like cool. So like yeah, fireworks are always a cool thing to look at and take videos and pictures of. I can tell you that. Like fireworks are always cool to look at and take videos and pictures of. Like always. But yeah, we went back. I think it was the week I got my hair done. Yeah, it was the week I got my hair done. So yeah, I got my hair done, and here's the funny thing. It took me like 2 extra hours to actually get my hair done than I thought it would. Cause it was supposed to take 3 or 4 hours, and it took like 5. Cause I think we started like 4 or something, and we were supposed to be on the bus to go back up there, go back up to the summer program at 7, and I thought, oh, we were definitely pushing it. We were pushing it here, but like I had to get it done because like my hair was all dry and stuff, and it was looking bad, and it was like starting to shed too, like shed a lot. So like yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm not gonna let this shit happen one more week. So I got it done. I got it done by my mom again, and like on some like reels, like we actually like like on like on a real note here, but like but like yeah, it took probably I think I got done like eight, 9 something, like 9 something I got done, and then like we had shows in at the house and stuff, and all this extra stupid stuff. So I got there like 10, like I barely got there in time for like curfew. So like yeah, that was crazy. And like one of the he's was like, bro, why you got here? So like I was like, oh, I was getting my hair done and stuff. My hair done, and I was like, oh, fine. I was like, bro, what is going on? And like the staff did kind of change from week one to week two because it was a little bit different, at least a little bit different. Because one of the veterans actually retired during that week. Not retired during that week, but like was like retired. I mean, he helped out a little bit in the beginning, but he did eventually retire. So that was kind of sad. But like yeah, um, uh, But like yeah, yeah, like I had to like go to sleep like, quick. Like I had to get myself happy and go to sleep. But like yeah, that was crazy. And then that same week when the guys got kicked out, I told you about that. So it brought up the total kickout status to 7. Yeah, that was probably the most that I ever. That was the most because I. That was definitely the most that most in a while, definitely, and I think most in like a long time because I think only one or two people got kicked. I don't even think really many people got kicked up the previous year. Like yeah, like it was crazy. And then and then yeah, that was week 3, and we had community service. Yeah, week 3, I think. Yeah, week 3, we had community service. No, not week 3, week 4. Wait, no, yeah, it's week 3 because it was only 5-week program. Yeah, but like week 3, we had community service, and for our community service, we went to this place where they like donate food to like different countries in like Africa and Europe and Africa. So we started like doing like filling up the bags and stuff, and that was kind of fun. I like that. Like it actually made me like feel like the food industry, like packing up and filling up, especially like back then doing that could actually be like a fun like little side thing, like a little fun thing to do. So like especially in the case of like you're helping the community, like I've been doing like this. I've been having a business where I help the community and it's always like helpful, but like I do it directly, but doing it non-directly is also good too. Cause like the bags that I made have gone out to a country and probably fed a family. Like the bags that I helped made probably fed a family. And I'm happy to but like yeah, um but yeah, what else I was supposed to say? Oh, but yeah, yeah, doing that stuff is like really good. It makes me feel great. Like every time I do like community service or with my own nonprofit business, like my own events with nonprofit business to help like people that are like struggling families. It always makes me feel happy that I'm helping out the community and I'm doing something good in the community. Like it makes me happy. So that was I think week 3. Week 4, actually week 4 was when the two kids got kicked out. The my One of my floor mates and his girl got kicked out. Because I remember because it was right before the trip to SIUE. We went to SIUE and then we went to St. Louis. SIUE has a beautiful campus. I love the campus. Like it's a pretty cool campus. It's a nice walking campus. Has a lot of nature to it. So that's good. I like it. But it just doesn't have the major. Like that's the problem that I have. Like I want to be a real estate agent. So like the selection of colleges that have a real estate major is like low. Like there's not that many colleges that have it nowadays. Like now. So like I was lucky to find a real estate program. And it was actually through one of the colleges that I looked up. Like I actually have to personally look up colleges with real estate programs. So like actually like real estate programs for real. Like I have to do that. And I have to do that for real. So like yeah. Yeah, I found it through I found the real estate program through one of the people in the real estate program at the college that I was actually looking at open house at that college. So they talked to me about that, and even though that college wasn't in the program this year, I still have the connections, so that's good. And I'm also going to a program that they suggested to me, so that's good. I like that. I like that. I'm a very happy person for that. I'm grateful for that. And for all the kids that are, and this is to all my juniors and even incoming seniors, even my sophomores too. Try to find something within the next at least within the next year, before around your junior year. Find something that you are interested in and think that you're going to get a job in. Like find an interest and try to find a job in it. Try to make a job, try to get into programs that like actually or like getting that like are focused on that specific major. Find a college major. Try to find a college major that you personally think you would be interested in and you would want to like do and you want to and something you want to major in college. Obviously can change. But giving that effort and trying something and feeling like a commitment and trying to do something that might help you a lot, especially with finding colleges. Because if a college doesn't have a certain major you want, then why go to that college if they don't have that major? Like if they don't have that major, then what is the point of going to that college? But but yeah, with the real estate stuff, it's kind of hard to find colleges that like it's not like rare. It's just like the pool is less, and like most of the colleges that I see on these college trips don't fucking have it. I think the only college that I had that had it was UIC, and that was the last trip of literally the spring program. Or the program of that same upper bound program. But of that upper bound program I went to in the summer. It was the last spring trip. It was the last trip in the spring. It was after spring break trip, I think. No, it was right before then, I think. Something like that. Or somewhere in that time frame. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was like it was light. It was light. I liked it. I like UIC. I think UIC is probably gonna be the school I go to, most likely. If I decide to hang up the shoes and decide that organized basketball is not my thing, it's not gonna be the future for me. Like I'm not gonna play college ball. I could just go to UIC and major in real estate and maybe minor in something else like nonprofit or something like that. But yeah, but yeah, that was week 3, week 4. Obviously, the situation with with one of my floor mates and stuff happened, but other than that, it was a good week. I actually started her to actually I actually started to I actually started to like I actually started to be more like friendly and cordial with most of the upperclassmen. Like I actually we made a study group with most of the upperclassmen, like a study group. So we started that. I think we were week 3 or week 4. So like yeah, that was kind of cool. We got to know each other. Like we're still cool to this day. Like even right now, even right we're cool and like we all cool and stuff. Like we all have like a group. group chat together and stuff. So like that's cool. That's cool and stuff. So yeah, expand the friendship a little bit, expand the people I know and shit like that. So like that's cool. I'm getting to know people from like different cities and stuff, different backgrounds, different types of people. So like yeah, that's like cool and stuff. But but yeah, that was kind of cool. Week 5, which was this week. Week 5 started off with a almost bang. So we were running late. We were running late to the bus, and we were running late. I'm literally going to get there in the last minute. Actually, I was going to get there late. Like the bus was about to pull off, and I didn't realize. I looked and I was like, "Oh my god, they left." Because I could see where the bus stop was because it was on the rivers. It was on the river's edge, and there was a building blocking the other entrance. Like so, I thought the bus went up and went through the other way and went back towards my house to turn around and go towards the highway and go and leave downtown and go towards the highway. But the bus came literally in the same went the same went towards where where we were coming from, and we turned the corner and I see the bus. I'm like, oh and the bus just stopped. Like I did stop for a second. We were about to smash into it. I was like, oh, so like I did it, and I went in the bus. I'm like, bro, what the? Just I grabbed my stuff and I went in the bus, and I was like, bro, you almost hit the fucking bus. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn. And I actually, damn, I should have had. I actually made a thumbnail for it. I actually did. I think I did. I don't know if I still have. I hope to God I still have it. But yeah, I made a thumbnail for that, bro. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Cause like we almost crashed into that motherfucker too. Like we almost smashed into the bus. It's just for my, it's to make it on time. Like crazy, right? Yeah, I made a thumbnail. I made a thumbnail of it. On the bus. I was like, oh my god, I almost crashed into the bus, and they still mock me about it, like, oh my god, like they gonna crash into the bus again. I'm like your parents gonna crash to the bus again. I'm like, nah, 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 not really. But like, yeah, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, bro, nah, fo. I was like, nah, fo, you gotta be kidding me with that shit. Like, with like, imagine I actually did crash to the bus. Insurance would have killed us. But yeah, that was actually one. That was actually a crazy moment. So that Sunday we chilled out. We chilled out. That Monday we had classes and stuff, and we had classes and we had final review. Um, and then that Tuesday we had physics first period, and our physics teacher isn't really the greatest. She's kind of unprofessional and a little bit and very and not really the most how do I say it's not really she's kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of rude. She kind of is has has high expectations for us. Like unrealistic expectations for us. And has a weird formula of grading things. She had our final exam be 90% of our grade and everything else, which was basically for me one quiz, because she didn't grade homework. Like what the fuck? Like she didn't grade homework. That's the weird thing. She didn't grade homework. She doesn't grade homework. Like that's like the fuck. Like grading homework. Like what's the point of doing homework if you don't grade it, or at least don't get feedback on it? Like fuck. Like what's the point of doing homework? You're just doing extra work for no reason. Like you're not getting better. You're not gonna learn anything. You're just doing the same. Imagine you got it wrong. Imagine you got the homework wrong. Imagine you got the homework wrong. You're never gonna know if you got the homework wrong, cause it's never graded. Like makes no sense, right? It doesn't make sense to me. A lot of things don't make sense. But like, yeah, she didn't show up. Um, I guess she personally assigned a um a sub to come in, and we saw this all unfold. The sub came in. We didn't know who this dude was. The staff didn't know who this was. I don't think she communicated with the director about the sub and her being out, cause we would have either had a sub or we would have had number one if she communicated to us, but she never gave anything for us to work on that day. She just told us the stuff that we reviewed the day before is our study guide. I'm like, even in the case that you're not gonna be here, even in the case that you were here yesterday, what in the world are we gonna learn? How in the world are we gonna have something to study over? We should have studied guide the week before. We should have studied guide the week before. That weekend when we left to go to St. Louis. Plus, St. Louis was cool. St. Louis was actually cool. Not gonna lie. St. Louis was cool. I liked it. I need to go back there. I'm not gonna lie, to like actually explore the city for real. Cause from looking in at the arch and stuff, that was kind of cool. But back to what I saw. Wait, when we came back from St. Louis, we should have number one. We should have had a study guide before then. Before we went to St. Louis for all of our classes for math and science. I don't blame the math teacher a little. I kind of blame the math teacher a little bit, but I ain't gonna get on this. He's cool. I like that dude. I like him. He made our class easy as fuck until the final. He forgot the final. He forgot the formula sheet, but I ain't mad at him though. I ain't mad. That shit was easy. That shit was easy. It was hard easy. But like yeah, but like yeah, like but like yeah, yeah, she didn't assign a study guide, and then the study guide we got late into the night. We got it during our study period at like 8 o'clock at night. We couldn't, and then another thing, we couldn't go downstairs to study with the full group. So number one, we were basically studying by ourselves. We were either studying by ourselves or we're a group with the group that are floor mates, which every for me, every single person is in on my floor is not in my motherfucking grade. So what the fuck am I going? How the fuck am I going to study for a test? And if I get confused, now I just got to rely on the staff. And I asked the staff. They was like, "What the fuck is this?" They was like, "What is this? This is something that's like different." I'm like, "Ah, fuck, I'm cooked." I was just hoping to God that the teachers didn't show up again. Like I was hoping, oh, she just mad, she just got fired or some shit. Like she got fired, and we hopefully either get a bypass, which we probably weren't. We were going to get an automatic just P, or we were going to get graded by actually someone that comprehends shit, that doesn't have the expectations of a crazy person for us. But obviously not. Gotcha. But obviously not. But obviously not. Obviously not. Uh, um. So basically, but obviously not. That didn't work since I'm sitting here in my room at 11 o'clock at night ranting about this shit. But like, yeah. But like, yeah. Um. We couldn't even like study together. Our whole study group got broken up basically into like our floors and stuff. We couldn't even leave our floors, which was crazy. It was something about like the fire alarm. Like I don't know why, I don't know why we left, but like there was like the fire alarms got like not like pulled or like it was some sort of malfunction with the fire alarms and stuff. So that got like messed up completely. That got like messed up for real. So like yeah, that kind of got like messed up for real. And that kind of got like messed up for real and that kind of got like messed up for real and like I guess that kind of was maybe a reason. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why we couldn't like leave our floors and have like a study group. And I don't know why we got to fight like we got to study guys so late. I don't know why. Like even in that case, I'll be like, bro, why in the world did you give us our study guide for one night? Like imagine the case which I talked about earlier where I made the practice quiz. Imagine I didn't do that shit. Imagine I didn't do that shit. Imagine I just sat sucking on my thumb or working on other shit. Or working on other classes and shit. And use that shit as as like shit that's not physics. Like doing shit that's not working on fucking physics. Imagine I did that shit. I would have nothing to study on. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Who things to study on other than the stuff that is in class. I didn't have a study guide or nothing. So like, why in the world? Why in the world would you number one, you wait to the last minute to give out the study guide. Number two, you give out a study guide that you could barely read. Like the font was literally like it was printed wrong. The letters were on the lines. Were going through the lines. The you could barely read because the letters were like faint as like were faint. Like I'm like, bro, it looks like it was barely written. Like you reading that like you were like writing it with like the tip of your damn pen. With the tip of the lead. Like you barely wrote that motherfucker. It was like printed wrong or something, some crazy like that. And then like it was barely understandable. Like there was like 15 different parts to each question. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? There was like 5 parts to each question, which eventually became the fucking test. 5 parts to each question. You couldn't understand shit. Like I thought for a second I was looking at the answer sheet, and then I'm like, bro, like the answers, the questions. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Look, so like it was like I couldn't read it. So like I just went with how I did, and this is how. And I based off the test off of what I remembered from my last test, for my last little quiz and shit, which was completely different than the fucking final exam for fun for some fucking reason. I don't know why. That's a question I have. Why the hell was the fucking final exam way different in format than the goddamn quizzes? At least the quiz that I took, which was the last fucking quiz we took. Why the fuck? What? Let's see, not in a similar format. The quiz that I took had one question and then it had two definitions. I think it had two definitions. It had two definitions. Yeah, one question. It was one question on like actual formulas, and then I think it was two questions on like the definitions, like the word stuff. And like it was, and like I think it was a part A and a part B, maybe, or something like that, for that second question. Because it was two different like it was like two different like things you have to write down. But like yeah, it wasn't like that on the final exam. There was 3 questions which had 5 parts to it. Every question had like 5 or 6 parts to it. No multiple choice. None of that shit. No multiple choice. No formula sheet. And we have to write this in 50 minutes. That fucked me up. And another thing that fucked me up was the math, because our schedule was physics, math, English, and history. The final, which no one told us we were in a different building, or my or or the order of the classes was gonna be different. Uh, no, nobody said anything about that. So we had the math first. So I had to scrap and study for the math real quick because I put a lot of my energy into the fucking physics because I was thinking I was gonna get a formula sheet. So I put a lot of effort to that, and I don't know how well I did on the math, but I did. I guess I did enough to pass. I had an A in that class, so I probably did well on the test. But like, uh, yeah. But on the physics thing, I got a 13 out of 50. I'm like, bro, what? That was the only class I had below a B. I had a 27% in that class. And like, fool, I never had an F in any fucking class I had. Any. Any class I had. I'm like, fool, what the fuck? Look, and I'm like, bro. And like, here's the thing. It didn't have I didn't know how to look to see if like I made the thing or not until I asked one of the seven. It's like, oh, check your folder. I think there's like something there. And I checked the folder and I saw that it said, "Oh, you unfortunately did not you you failed one class as you did not make it. You didn't receive an invitation to the end of the summer trip." I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, bro. And then we talked to the director about it. And she was like, oh, you should have probably communicated with the teacher. And I'm like, I was trying, like, I told her, because when I emailed her, because here's the thing, I forgot about the Zoom meetings until literally like 2 or 3 days before the Zoom meetings. And by the time that happened, I was already at the crib. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't let the teachers know before then. I couldn't, because I didn't remember. I didn't remember. I forgot about it. I forgot about it. I did. I did forget about it because of all the shit that happened the first week. But like, yeah. I couldn't remember. I forgot. And then I emailed the director. And personally asked for her to give me contact information for the teachers so I could personally send out emails or have my parents personally send out emails to where they would know, oh, he's out for a week. Let me like send him like notes and stuff. He send them like notes and stuff, like the daily notes and stuff, or like stuff to look over for that week while he's gone. But I never got that. And in that email, I actually, I will look it up right now. I'll put it on everything. I will look it up right now. Cause she said, "Oh, I should have contacted him when I came back." I never got anything in that email saying, "And oh, go and just talk to the teachers about it. Go and talk to the teachers about it." Actually, I think she didn't. I don't even think she responded to my email. She responded to my mom's email. I will let his teachers know about his excused absence. Because I'll we will we will see Sam. This is her email. Good morning, my last name. We will see Samuel next week. I will let his teachers know that he has excused absence this week, and he to be allowed to make up any missing work. That's all. No, no authority, no teachers wants the word. None of it. None of that. And yeah, should I have reached out to? Yes, I probably should have. But did I know to do it? No. I relied on the notes guy for one of the students that was there. I rely on the notes from that, which yeah, you probably shouldn't rely on the student. But here's the thing: even in the case that I spoke to the teacher, I wouldn't have had. I would have. It's a 5 week program. Like even in the case I did contact the teacher, I would have extra to do, and a core and every we have so much. We have in the run of a day. We run from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on a decent day. We run from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then we have free time, and then we go to bed. We have so much we do. We barely have time in our own dorms. Like we have a hour and a half study period, basically in like the middle of the day, and my is right after sports, which we are basically running and doing sports. We are doing sports here. So like we talking about we talk about we are sway, we are tired. You don't want to sit around. You probably don't want to sit and like do work and stuff if you're dead tired from running around and doing sports. You probably wouldn't want to do that. You would most like you would do it if you have to do it. But here's another problem. We don't know our grades until literally the fucking day, the last day. We don't know our grades. We don't. We don't have a single way of knowing our grades. We don't. We don't know our grades. We can have an F in that class and we will never know until the final day. That's a problem. For an educational program, you should teach your students number one, how to keep up high grades, but number two, how to come back from low grades, how to fight through adversity, come back and work. We don't fucking know our grades. We don't. And I don't know why. I know there's probably isn't a real way to do like a system grading, like a grading system of like kind of like stuff like that, because you kind of have to be certified. But golly, at least have a weekly report of the grades, a weekly report of the grades, and have that be sent out to the students. Have it be sent out to the students. Because if we have a weekly report of our grades, every Sunday we come in. Oh, this is your grade in your classes. Oh, I have a A here, a A here, A here, and a B or a B or a D or a C, wherever the fuck I ever or F. I'm like, oh shit, let me step the fuck up on that one class. Maybe I could try to see I could do some extra credit work or some other work to bring my shit back the fuck up. No, we don't have that. Like like most schools nowadays you would know they grade. You would know they grade. They have a virtual way. And even though yeah, you might not be able, it would be kind of hard to do it in a virtual way from here because maybe because like it has to be school wide and stuff and like that. But like even in that case, just have like the teachers actually have stuff to grade, so they would be grading stuff and they would have stuff to grade. And if they do if they can turn in grades at the end of the year, they can if they know how to do the grade calculations, they know how to do the grade calculations at the end of the year. At the end of the program, they could do the grade calculations. Like have a weekly report on the grades, so we would know. Oh, oh. I have say a D in this class. Let me step up. Let me work on this stuff, especially on a weekend where you are gone 3 to 4 days, like the 4th of July weekend. You was going 3 to 4 days. Why the hell would I just sit on my? If I had a bad grade in the class, if I had a bad grade in the class, and I had 3 4 days to go and make that up, why in the world would I not go and make that up? 3 4 days to study, maybe do some extra work, stuff like that. And study, maybe potentially get some extra work in, potentially get some extra credit work in or turn in something. But no, that didn't happen. And even in the case that we had that, she didn't grade. She took a fucking week to grade our test. By the way, we have 30 something kids in this thing. We have 31 kids in our program at this point. At the end of the year, we had 31 kids. 31. And this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about this morning when I was thinking about it. I was thinking, bro, why couldn't she just like after my group, which was the first group, why after? Because if you do store it, thanks, gotcha, gotcha. But I was about to say, oh, but like, yeah, even in the case she didn't do any homework, she never graded our homework, which makes zero sense. Why in the world do you not grade homework? Like, what's the point of assigning? What's the point of assigning work for each student? Because you gotta think in the student's perspective. Why the hell would I do this shit if it's not graded? Why the hell would I do this shit if it's not graded? Why the fuck would I care? It's just basically extra fucking work for me. That's how that's what most kids nowadays would fucking think. Obviously, some kids will be like, "Oh, this is just extra study time," but even then, we don't know if it's right. We don't know if it's right. We don't know if we did the work right because it's not graded. It's not graded. You're not grading shit. You're just going to class. Also, the physics teacher was late every single time. Every single day of each class, she was late. Every single day. Every single day. And that's a crazy thing. Every single day she would be late. I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro. Why? How in the world can you be late to your own class? Not once, not twice, but all the fucking time. Like, do you not wake up early enough to? You not wake up early enough to where you can actually work and like to where you can get to work on time. Because if that's not the case, if that's the case, imagine our classes got flipped and the freshmen's, because the freshmen's they get watched by the staff members. Imagine the freshman one of the freshman classes had it, and one of the staff members was with them. She would have got ran out. She would have got ran out. She would have got told. She would have got reported, and she would either got reprimanded or fucking fired. How in the world do you show up late? But our older big kid itself, we don't get supervised because we're older and stuff and like that. I get it. But in the case that she was late consistently, it's our fucking word against potentially hers. If she gets questioned by it, I'm like, no, I've never been late. They probably just been tweaking. They probably wasn't looking at the time. She could have did some light shit like that. She probably fucking lied her way out of getting to the test. She probably did. I'm not gonna lie. She probably lied her way out because she was telling us. She was telling us she was gonna miss a day that week. She told us before we left she was gonna miss a day that week. Then that Monday she told us she was gonna miss Tuesday. And she never told us how. And her excuse was that she was sick. Her excuse to the director that she said she was sick and she couldn't come in that day. How in the world you were sick the week before? Or you were sick? How in the world were you sick? You knew you were gonna miss a day. If how in the world you were gonna be sick and know it and know you were gonna miss a day? If you were gonna be sick and you knew you was gonna miss a day, then don't fucking show up to work. You should, if you knew you were sick, you should let somebody know. Not show up Monday, not show up Tuesday, not fucking show up Wednesday. Cause her ass was walking around, not coughing, none of that shit. Hey, none of that shit. None of that shit. No mask, none of that shit. If she was fucking sick, then she shouldn't have came. She shouldn't have came to work. And if she was fucking sick and she decided to come, you should have came in a fucking mask, sit your ass in the corner, and not be around any of the students. So you only get them sick. Die. But like, bro, like, bro, at that point, why? But like, yeah, she was bad. She was not good, bro, and she ruined what potentially could have been a good summer trip for everyone. I think only a third of the students actually was able to pass and go. A third, and most of them were upperclassmen. I'm the only senior that didn't go. That hurts because I'm still in the same group chat, and I just got notification literally during the stream about them talking about, oh, what time we got to go downstairs, and my is knowing damn well I can't say shit. I can't say shit. I can't. I gotta sit my ass at home and get prepared to go to Massachusetts for 2 weeks. It sucks. I was getting pissed. I was so mad that I cried that night. I cried when I left the building. Like that crushed my soul. That was the last. That was gonna be the last moments of the summer program for me. My ass crying because I knew I got cheated out of a fucking test. She said I wrote. I. She said I turned in basically an empty paper. But I swear on everything I love, every person and everything I love, I wrote down an answer for single, every single goddamn answer. Every single, I wrote down something. I wrote down my best answer for every single part of every single question. I did. I didn't turn in no fucking empty papers. I didn't leave a question blank. I made sure I answered all the questions. I had time to make sure I had answered all the questions. I gave my best answer. I did. And I turned my paper in with my name on it. I got your name on it. I don't know if your definition of barely empty and my definition of barely empty is different, but you could have said, "Oh, he just he just wasn't really accurate on his test. Like he just got a lot of the questions wrong and stuff." Uh, like you could have said that, and you said that to my fucking parents. They know. They know. They've been knowing me all my life. They know I wouldn't turn a paper basically fucking empty. And then she tried to say something about me not paying in class, but and then when my parents questioned, when my mom questioned her about it, she was like, "Oh no, he probably might have been like lost and stuff." So if you know that, you gotta say something. You gotta notice that. You gotta at least notice that. If you notice that I was lost in class, okay, can say, try to help it. Try to see, like, try to see if I need fucking help because I could be fucking lost. I don't know. I don't know if I was lost or not. I felt like I was keeping the fuck up. I was trying out everything. No, I was writing out everything she said. I was doing shit. I actually did well with the questions with the equations. Like if I knew the fucking formula, I knew how to fucking put it down. There was this one section. I think it was electric fields and electric potential. I didn't know what fucking equation, so I just took a shot in the dark and asked her what formula. She obviously didn't give me the answer, but I took a shot in the dark and I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go with the equations that I know, who off the top of my head." That messed. And how in the world in a 15-part her question, 15-part quiz that I get 13 fucking points in a 15-part quiz? Her fucking grading system was weird too. We had three questions worth. We had three questions, and all of them totaled up to 15 points, 50 points, with 5 sections each. If there was, say, let's say 2 points, 2 points, it should have been 30 points. If it was 3 points, it should be 45 points. If it was 4 points for every question, it would have been fucking 60. No, she did this weird thing. It was like 2 times 10 plus 2 times 20 plus another 10 or some shit like that. So two questions were worth 20 and one was worth 10. That should make no sense. At this point, just make all the questions worth the same. Like, bro, bro, why? Why at this point? In this point, like, even though, yeah, she was a first year teacher, you gotta think, number one, the 90-10 system doesn't fucking work. I know the the kids that the other group of kids that went to a different city, they have a 90-10 system. But here, you gotta make okay. Our grading system, I think, is 60-40. 60% like the tests and important shit. And then 40% like the work and stuff like the homework and other little shit that does add up. Both of them just equal basically the same. Obviously, the test and the important stuff matters more, so it gets a bigger share of the pie. So 60 to 75% should be where the big pie of the what we call summative points is summative, which is basically the important shit. And then I forgot what the other fucking word. Formative should be between 25 and 40%. Which is basically the little stuff, like the homework and stuff, the miniature stuff, not the big shit. So that's how it should be. 90-10 does not fucking work. How in the world does your 90-10? So that basically means if you fail or do bad on the quizzes, no matter if you do 100% on every single assignment, if you do bad on any quiz or any quizzes, that's why I like the 60-40, the 75-25, whatever even 50-50. I don't care. Like, make it shit easy. Especially in a class that's not her class, but say there was a class where you had a bunch of formative shit and then maybe had one or two major quizzes, like one or two major quizzes before the final exam. So the one or two quizzes is going to be worth 9 times fucking more than the maybe 10 or 12 homework assignments that we get over the 5 weeks. Does that make sense? No. It should be damn near close to equal, right? With the summative being a little bit more, right? I don't know. Not my fuck. I'm not a teacher, but I'm a smart ass motherfucker. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. It wasn't just 90% of all things was quizzes. It was 90% of the 90% was the final. So we took the final. Everything we did the 5 weeks before didn't mean shit. So we took the final. Everything from the previous 5 weeks didn't mean shit. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Like if you got hundreds on everything, on every single quest, on every single quiz, homework assignments, if homework assignments, all that you got hundreds on everything, but you get bad on the study guide, like you're failed or like you barely passed. Now your fucking grade is like a D, some low ass C, maybe even a D. Fo, like crazy, right? And I can take some of the blame for not communicating with the teacher. I can. I can take the blame. I can take the blame for not communicating with the teacher when I returned. But I cannot also take the blame for my teacher not actually teaching us well and my teacher having literal problems with us, having bad grades and having attitude problems and showing up late every day. Like if she showed up like early to class, because we show up for our senior class, for her class, we show up 15 minutes early because we walk there, we walk to our classes, we walk to basically everywhere we go, or we take the bus. So we arrive like maybe 10, 15 minutes early. And I walk in, maybe that first week, I walk in, I see her. I'm like, oh, let me talk to her for like maybe a little bit before class. Has to talk to her. We talk to her for a little bit about the stuff. I get some stuff done. I talk to her. She gives me where the answer she probably gives me, maybe some yes answer or some shit. And then boom, we start class. But now, since she's coming in 10 minutes late, number one, now we have less time to learn we're supposed to learn this week because she comes in late to class and it takes her like maybe 5 minutes to get herself ready to go. I think there was one time where she came in like 5 to 10 minutes late, walked out, literally walked, like barely got ready, walked out, and was gone for maybe 10 minutes. So we started at like 8:20, 8:25. So we had like 20 minutes. We had like barely less than 30 minutes, like 25 minutes, because our class is 8 and at 8:50. Our class ended at 8:50. So we had 25 minutes to do whatever class stuff we need to do. And she barely did equations. So we basically was just writing down a bunch of fucking notes. Like we barely did equations. She didn't assign homework. The homework she did assign wasn't graded. And the one test that I did, she took a week to fucking show it. Well, show us the grades. I can't blame myself for that. I can't. I can't blame myself for not having a weekly report on my grades and not knowing what my fucking grades were before finals. Right? I can't blame myself. I can't blame myself for the program being having management issues. I can't. I can't. That's not my fault. I cannot put the blame on myself. I take a little bit of responsibility, but there's a lot of more responsibility that has to be given out. And also, here's the funny thing: I don't even have my fucking final exam. I don't. I don't have my final exam. I don't have my final exam for any class I took in that upper bound program. I don't. And here's another funny thing. She tried to surprise us with where the fuck we going. Imagine, imagine, say we went to somewhere that was colder, maybe a little bit more on the cooler side, like one of the northern states were like on the cooler side or some shit. We wouldn't know until we were till we're leaving, so we don't know what to pack. We don't know what to pack, where the fuck we're going, how long we're gonna be. We know how long we're gonna be there, but how long it's gonna take, what fucking trip, what type of transportation we're taking. Because if we take a plane, we're going to have to fit a weight requirement. If we check a train, we gotta have to fit a weight requirement, and we don't know where we're going. Like, yeah, true. Like, it is kind of cool to surprise them, but like, here's the thing: it kind of fucking hurts with the like. In my situation, number one. My parents actually prepared for me to pack, prepared for me to actually go to the summer program. So they had to buy all this stuff, buy all this extra food and stuff like that. Bring some extra clothes up, just to find out that I wasn't even to make it. So they did all this extra shit for nothing, pay all this extra money for nothing, and my family ain't the top dog class that's in the city. So we using the money that we could potentially spend on something else like bills, groceries, other stuff that could be help saving the money for a fucking trip that never happened. So yeah, last year we had I think had one night because we had to wake up. We had to be there at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the mornings. No, it was like 4 o'clock in the mornings. Crazy shit to go to Minnesota. I said like it was either that or Washington D.C. where we have to be out at like 4. But like we have to wake up early in the morning. But at least we had a day and we knew what we're going was going and not going before we left. But this year, it's all on the same fucking day. It's all on the same day. We don't know. We don't know until literally the parent meeting. We don't know. So we're basically packing. At least me, I packed for me thinking I was gonna go on a summer trip. I packed a little bag for the summer trip, and then I packed whatever I need to go home and to be reorganized and be ready for the MIT trip. Come to find out, I'm not even gonna be on the trip. So like, what the fuck did I pack for? I could have packed a different way. I could have packed my stuff in such a different order that might have been easier and could have took less effort and less bags. But no, they didn't want to tell us. They didn't even want to tell us where we were going. We could have went to somewhere that was cold and we needed jackets, or that was raining and we needed jackets and clothes and hoodies and shit like that. We could have, but we don't know until we literally are going on the trip. So we're literally packing. So after we're done packing, that's stupid. Like, once that shit was finalized where we were going, they should have let us know. They should have gave us at least a night to pack our stuff and be ready in the morning to go, like they did last year. They should have. Honestly, they should have. And then next week is a virtual week, which I'm not going to. I wouldn't have been even going if I wouldn't have gone on even if I wouldn't have been going to the virtual week if I went to the summer trip. But now I'm definitely not gonna be interested in that stuff because why the hell would I care? I'm not gonna go to it because I gotta be at MIT for the next 2 weeks. I'm not gonna fucking sacrifice that shit for this weak ass program, for this mismanaged program. Like, bro, why? That's sad, right? That's sad. Hmm. And I'm not a type of person to be all negative and stuff. But honestly, something has to fucking change. Something has to change. Honestly, something has to change for the program to do better. Cause y'all are losing students. Y'all lost almost 70. Y'all lost about 2/3 of the people from last year to this year. And hopefully your freshman class actually does stay next year. But now you're in a hole where you don't have an 11th grade group. You have maybe less than 10 seniors, and you don't have one junior class. You're gonna have one junior class and a freshman class. You're gonna have no junior class. You're gonna have freshman class, a sophomore class, no juniors, and then 12 seniors, or how many ever seniors, how ever many fucking current juniors there is. I think there's like 7 or 8. So like, fo, you thinking, oh shit. So you're thinking like it's weird, right? It's a weird thing. And hopefully, and I'm saying hopefully, a lot of the freshmen come back. It was a good year. It's just mismanaged. It's just horrible downfalls. There's just many. There's the weaknesses really do hurt how the program looks. Honestly, the weaknesses that could be financially, manage, management, and other stuff, those really, really hurt the program overall. Really does. I respect everybody in that fucking program. Every single body. Every single soul. I'm not saying that the people up in the management are stupid or dumb or personally throwing shots. I'm just saying there's some problems in the management and the caringness of of the students, and it's not good. There are some problems here. There are major holes in this game, and those holes hurt your program's reputation. It's just as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Simple as that. Honestly, it's just as simple. And there's no other way to put it. There are major holes that need to be fixed structurally, manageably, and hopefully there's ways to be fixed financially. I I said this beginning of the year. I talked about this with some of the seniors. There could be potential financial issues after COVID. Our original project, before we switched up our history or English project, was to be on the mismanagement of this program, right? And we discussed how there could be potential financial issues. And yes, there probably was. There probably was many financial issues in that in this program, especially after since COVID. I can say that there probably has been at least a financial hurt since COVID, but some things have to change, and it's hopefully for the better. And hopefully, and hopefully, those changes will happen, and students like me wouldn't get taken away from trips that they deserved and that they deeply wanted. Hopefully. But just switch it to a positive topic to end today's story. Um I will talk about how I met an NBA player. I don't know if I talked about this last episode, but I did beat an NBA player before. His name is Al Sumo. He played high school ball at Morgan Park. He played college ball at Illinois, and he is currently playing for the Chicago Bulls. Hometown legend, Chicago native, Chicago born. And recently, actually today, it was announced that he was switching his number back to his old number he was wearing in high school and college, which was number 11. He switched it up from 12 to 11 after DeMar DeRozan, who was previously wearing number 11, had been traded, signed and traded to the Kings, to the Sacramento Kings. So I actually met him at a tournament that I was working at in Elgin. I met him there, and I didn't even realize it was him. Like he was signing the stuff of, and then I didn't realize it was him until he took a picture with one of the other workers who was one of my teammates. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I just met him." And I texted my mom. I was like, "Oh, I just met an NBA player." I was like, "Oh, go get a picture with him." I was like, "Okay." So later on, I actually went and talked to him, and actually got a picture with him. I actually got a picture with him, and he was asking about if like the other team, and I was like, I don't know. I don't. I was going to go and check on that, and I actually went and checked on that, and I don't remember. I think they might have played that game. I don't know. I forgot. But yeah, it was cool to meet an actual NBA player for real. Like that might be one of my highlights. Like I can actually highlight in my life, meeting an NBA player for real. So so to I was a sumo for willingness to furthermore showing up to his AAU tournament, showing up to his AAU team's tournament. So shout out to him for that, showing up to that, coaching a team. I heard they had a Butterbeer win, so that was cool. And also taking pictures with me, my teammate, and my coach, who was also the head of the section of who was the head of the tournament up in Elgin. So I thank you for that. I thank you for being nice, and I'm actually surprised that there wasn't a lot of people like swarming him. Like he was just chill. He didn't have like any security with him either. Like even like with the when I had asked for the pictures, there was like no like security around him. Like it was just like all low key. I'm like, wow. Like it felt so like it felt weird. like when I look back at that picture, I'm like, damn, this is 5 foot compared to like 6 foot, 6 foot three, 6 foot. I think 6'5". I think he is like 6'5", if I'm not wrong. 6'5", 6'6". So like, yeah, that's like a crazy thing to think about. Like, bro, I met an NBA player before. So like, yeah, that's a good way to end off the stream. Honestly, um, yeah. So I'm going to see what if I do have enough time over the next couple of weeks at MIT. Most likely, I might, but I might just focus on trying to get ready for retaking the SAT and maybe focus on trying to work on content for the fall. But yeah, if this is the last stream for a minute for like the next couple of weeks, which even in the case that I was actually consistently streaming, I would have been only streaming next week or something like that. I would have been only streaming like a couple times a week, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to get to 100 before my 18th birthday, episode 100. But like, yeah, I'm trying to get to like episode 100 or something like that for my 18th birthday. So like that would be kind of cool. But like, yeah, yeah, we're getting close though. We at 77. Damn, we might get to like 80, 80, 85, maybe even almost close to 90. I might get it before spring break. I might get to 100 episodes before before basketball season ends. If I post a lot, which I probably ain't. I'm probably going. I might just get to like. I'll be happy if I get to 90 before the end of the year. Like 13 episodes of Sif in 5 months is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's a podcast episode. That's more than a month. That's more than one podcast episode a month. That's crazy. But like yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming out, watching the stream, um, interacting in the chat, having fun, doing all that stuff. Hopefully y'all got the notification that y'all the stream actually happened. Um, yeah, I think this, but like, yeah, hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like this stream. Um, actually, I want to actually check before. Imagine that was some bullshit if they took my shit now. I don't think they did, but like that was some crazy shit. No, it's still up. It's still up. I'm not even sure. Cause the last, cause like I'm trying to make sure. I make sure every time. Cause I don't know what could happen. They could report my shit for no reason. But like, I'll catch y'all within the next 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks is within the next 3 weeks. I can tell you that. I might just like within the next 3 weeks, definitely within the next 3 weeks at minimum. I might catch y'all in like maybe a week. I might be sitting in a dorm room talking to y'all on podcast with episode 78. I'm not gonna lie, episode 78 and 79 are gonna be boring unless something happens to MIT, which it's gonna be boring if I have like an episode midway through the program because it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna be no crazy shit probably because it's like a real estate program. It's like really like professional and stuff. Like they guys wearing like for like casual stuff, like for like casual stuff, we gotta wear like polos and khakis. So like it's like a low key private school type of feel. Like we're gonna be like sus oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, sophisticated or something like that. I definitely said that word so wrong. Oh my god, I feel so bad for y'all. I can't speak sus. Actually, I'm gonna type it out. I think I know how to spell it. Hey, nope, I can't spell it. But yeah, we're gonna be like really proper people. We're gonna look very professional looking people. But business people, we're gonna look like business people here. We're gonna look like real estate agents for real. But like yeah, yeah, unless some like crazy stuff happens, I'm probably not gonna stream until I get back to the crib. Till I get back home and stuff. And even then, like until I get back home and stuff. Unless like some crazy stuff happens or like not some crazy stuff happens or even I meet some friends and they want to be like, "Hey, I want to hop on the stream. Let's talk on the podcast," shit like that. And like, yeah, fine. I'll be like, fine. Uh, We go to the dorm. We make a little podcast episode. We talk about our life stories and stuff because we probably from like different parts of the country and stuff. Stuff like that. So like stuff like that would be crazy. But like, um, well, yeah. I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys like the stream. Social media links. I think they're in the description. If they're not in the description, they're gonna be in the description when you watch the stream again. So watch it tomorrow morning. If you're watching it right now, watch it tomorrow morning and check the description if it's not already down there. If it's not down there, check the description in the morning. So watch it again. Watch it twice. Maybe watch it a few more times. Maybe wa- Maybe if you miss a section, watch it again. Maybe you want to learn a story that you might forgot about it. Watch it again. Keep on watching the videos. Keep on watching the streams and stuff. Keep on watching all the streams. I'm talking about every single one of them, every single episode, all 77 episodes on this podcast, and the array of clips from these podcast episodes. Watch every single one of them. Not only watch them once, but watch them twice. Actually, 4 times. Actually 16 times. But yeah, watch them. Keep watching them, keep watching them. If you keep watching them and enjoying them, you're gonna like them more. You're gonna like them. You're gonna learn some stuff that you didn't know. You might see a little detail that you didn't know. Maybe I didn't even know when I was making the video. Who knows? But yeah, but yeah. I hope you guys liked it. Social media links in the description. IG, main channel, Twitter. Did I say Snapchat? I don't think I said Snapchat. Facebook, all of that stuff. All of that stuff is in the description. All that stuff. Also, I need someone to make an intro for this podcast. That'll be kind of enough. Because even though y'all probably didn't hear any word that I said for like the first few minutes of the stream, I tried to do a little intro where I was like, in this episode of Studio Nations podcast, we talk about crazy stories and like that. So no, I tried to do an intro like that. If I could do an intro like that, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that would be tough. That would actually be a tough moment. That would be kind of tough. That would make every single episode kind of feel kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, like a little preview, like a little bit of like a little intro thing, and then the intro rolls in, and then once the intro comes in, we talk about all the stuff. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right? So yeah, if you think that's cool, please make an intro for me. Thank you. I would really appreciate it. I will appreciate it. I will shout you out. I'll actually put your credits in the video. Oh, if you don't already have your credits in the video. So yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I just subscribe, like, comment, do all that extra stuff. You know how it is. And as always, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Bye. I'm out. Peace. We a nation.